we're testing the lunchtime run for liquidity. Let's see if we're on site. Sadly, I'm currently testing, currently from my mind, in my mind, we're respecting the constant encroachment of this 15-minute fair value gap and the 1 minute breaker here. I don't know if it's going to actually work. They've engineered a lot of liquidity above here, and I've already done silly things today, so I don't know. They've also taken this, and now we have this big scary wick, and that might be the end of it. There's a fair value gap right here. The question for me is how they choose to, because we haven't been able to escape this, and it's 11:24. They've taken out anybody who went long and had their stops under here. And it might just take me out too. I don't know. I've done enough silly things today that this might not. I'm testing the theory. This might not work for me, but it's all good. So I'm doing my 80 tick stop and I'm looking at this for the CE of this daily week, even though we have this bigger draw, I think, for liquidity up here. So it's not looking super great. But the one I tape read this morning, because I decided, well, I'm just testing, so let me test my theories for certain things, how strong they are, how weak they are, and then just go with it that way. I divorcing myself from the assumption that everything has to be perfect. It doesn't. So just forget all that foolishness and just live my life here and learn, because that's what the account's for. It's for me to learn and grow. So if I'm about to be stopped out, that's okay. It's a test. The thing is, like, I had original long, okay, yeah, an original long here, and looks like I'm about to be stopped out. Like, the last line of defense is the base of this fair value gap. Order blocks here, and this fair value gap right here. How they behave inside of it. Now, they can wick through and take me out, and that's entirely acceptable, I suppose. But the reason why I'm doing it this way is I'm testing other types of entries that aren't my exact model to see how well they work. And so far, it's been a bit of a shit show. Yeah, I'm about to be stopped out. It's been a bit of a shit show. But on the upside, like, entries, and I was pretty much out of bed at this point, not really looking, but this is what I'm looking for. Low, lower low, traded through, and a return to here. I would not have gotten that, but I would have. Huh. Yeah. So the strength of them holding the CE of this fair value gap is not working out very well, I don't think. But if I'd bothered to get up this morning, then once they shifted here, if they left me any kind of fair value gap, I would have taken this here to ride it to the top of this. Or there was a high right here. Yeah. So buy side liquidity there and then that. But oh, it's 11:28. I'm testing the lunchtime macro. They've orchestrated all of this liquidity right here. And my expectation is that they'll make a continuation run for these. So per my what is this thing called? So the original breaker, so here, bullish breaker anyway. The daily wick CE above this -4 is pretty much where it really is, or -5, or just looking for a run all the way up here. But that's my general expectation. There's a reason why ICT said 80 tick stop is ideal, because they like to run. I mean, look at that. It's mean. I mean, they got real close too. Look at that wick. That doesn't mean they won't come back, but I'm trying to get comfortable with this fact. So let's see how, and look at the bodies. Like that's what's really important to me is the bodies as they close, they're respecting the breaker, the top of the breaker. And it's what, 11:30? So potentially in about 20 minutes, the lunch macro will start running, 11:50 or so. So we'll see. Now, this day is kind of funky, right? It's been just chopping around the same areas. So I don't know if they're gonna like leave the space. It's non-farm payroll week. So it's kind of shit. So usually you wanna trade Monday, Tuesday, and then leave the rest, and don't worry about the rest. That's what you usually want to do. Um, but still, even though they're wicking, they're still respecting the midpoint of this fair value gap. The wicks do the damage, man. That's why I wanted to make sure my stop was, below here. But the structure for this thing, I don't like it at all. There's nothing in here on the 5 minutes. They made a higher high, traded through. So there's a bearish order block right here. Sorry, bearish breaker right here. But given the behavior, I still think it's bullish, but that's just me. I could be wrong. But, the cleaner types of entries would be this. And then once this is traded through, like it did here, I would be looking, high. I'd be looking for an entry once it traded through from here with once it got through that, and then my 80 tick stop, which just something below this, right? And then I'd be looking to take out those highs from that and then ride it all the way up here. I wasn't awake for that, but that's what what I would have been looking for. In any case, let's see if we get some lunchtime runs. So my thought process is not bad, but it's not great. The they ran almost 80 ticks, close to 80 ticks to take me out. They tapped the base of this thing, and now it looks like we might get a run. Once we leave this area, if they start taking these highs out, they need to leave this area. If they can't, then it's all just chopping around BS. They need to be able to get up out of here. And as you can see on the 5 minute, it's not that great. This order block has been holding down everything. So, oh, hello, kitty. Kitty is hungry, and I don't know, he's already been fed twice this morning. Like, do you have wingworms, buddy? Is that what it is? So yeah, I really don't know. Like, this here looks like a continuation up to the top. What I would need to see is some gusto outside of this 15-minute fair value gap, and then for proper continuation up, they need to just bust through this. Just bust it like it's not even there. You know? That's it. So for right now, this is the type of trade you don't want to be in. It's like it's iffy. This is the feeling. This is the stuff that I want to be able to like look at and just be like, no, this is the literal crap. Literal crap. And Kitty is making it onto the lap here. You okay, buddy? You having a good time? I know you're hungry, but I can't just feed you every 10 seconds because you're literally going to make yourself sick. He's been throwing up and I don't know. So let's go look at like higher time frames. So this daily candle, I don't like it, right? Like we've just been slowly expanding up, expanding down, expanding up, just right back to where we started type of thing, right? It's pretty crap. So, just want to see. Oh, I should also share. So the silliness that I've done today, I had this account at 11,282.50. Tried a short, was wrong, that's fine. Tried the long, which I'm still in, which I re-entered in, um, and got stopped out on 3 shares instead of like 5. And this one, I don't know what the heck. 200 shares? It just like, I exited immediately, but it took 200 from it. So I don't know. I might reset the count just for funsies because it's not really, a proper reflection. And now I'm just going to be covered. Well, it doesn't matter really. What I care about at this point is the setups and tracking how many times they work or don't work. If I'm being perfectly honest with you guys. Yes, I have junky space behind me. Kitty is okay. He's just over here because covered in kitty stuff. He's over here just because we need to get past here. If we can't get past here, it's 11:35. So let's see what the lunchtime run does. We might get a nice little run and I can recoup some of the stuff, but just out of curiosity. So 4 minute look like just sideways BS. And I honestly wasn't paying enough attention, but I started to see the pattern. I was like, okay, cool. So this right here would have been a bit of entry with my stop below here, but even more cushion, if I'm being honest with you. So now we're finally getting some movement, finally breaking out of this space. We'll see how these candles close. This one closed out of it, the actual body, which is beautiful. It's beautiful. So anything that happens at this point would be a return to here. And look at them go. It's 11:36, starting to make that run. The other thing that I'm doing is working on my ability to stay inside the trade, manage it, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, uh, we've got this bearish order block to contend with. So just wait to see what they do. I am so low, lower low, traded through. So there's a breaker here. So if I'm being fully honest, I really don't expect it to run back, but you never know. This should now become resist support. Yeah, support. And so now they're running for this. Beautiful. Actually don't know how many ticks that is, right? Let me check here. If I were to just take that. 168, 420, that's not bad. Where I was, right here, I don't know if they're going to go that far. 248, 620. Let's see. Well, I am obviously just going to put that into thing. We're well along the way. And given the way the day's been shaping up, I don't know. Are we going to make it all the way up there? I don't know. This is where I think it's going, you know? So we've already gone 100 ticks. Beautiful. Quick run. Coming up to this thing here. It's a bad habit of moving my stop too quickly. So let's see how this candle closes. So the simplest thing would be just for me to learn consistency is just watch for them to take, let me do this, take that high out. Okay, 0.5 is right there, 1 is up there. All right, cool. So the halfway point, if I was to be conservative, it's 11:38 on a finicky ass day. You know what? Let's just take the 166 and be happy, right? Let's recoup some losses and be happy because honestly, it's at 415 that high. The next thing above that. Let's see if we get anything else that corroborates this. So we use that low. Let's use this low right there. 0.5 is lower. This 1 is up here. You know what? And let's see. But it's just such a shitty day, you know? Oh, look. All right, 28 seconds and we're reversing. What did we do? We tapped this guy right here. They did run the liquidity. All right. So high, traded through. breaker right there. Not surprising. So I wanted to see, okay, so there's a one right here and a one right here. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it where it is. See if we have the ability to get there. I don't know. It's just watching. Now if we're gonna come back from this run right here, where's the halfway point? Yeah, it's about there. Fair value gap here. Let's see how they behave at it and if they want to continue. I don't know. Simplest thing would be to, let me try this one as well. All right. And one is right about there. Yeah, let's see if we can get, they might not dig into the sea. That wick is the only real concern, you know? But we're just gonna manage this trade. Oh my goodness, this kitty is seriously just sitting by his bowl like it's going out of style. Uh, Low-hanging fruit. That's what this is right here. Low-hanging fruit. You know what? Finicky day. Let's just go a tick above that. And let's do that. See if we can get past this Sibi on the 1 minute. This fair value gap seems to be holding things up. I'll take the 167 because it's such a weird day. It's just, this is the movement. This might be the whole range for the day. So, you know, I'm not going to fight it. Just going to let it behave. Once it leaves this range, I'll move my stop bit up here. And I don't know, the 11 thing could move right all the way up to that. But let's be conservative and, you know, just make up all of this foolishness right here. Or we could just take like 3 of them off there. Let's do this. Yeah. Let's try that. Let's take 3 off here. Let's sell 3 there. Right? And then let's do the last 2 up here and see how that works for us. Sorry, gotta get used to doing this too. Let's trade 2 there. So let's move that there. Okay, that'll be everybody. All right, we're coming up on that lunch. The other question, because they've already taken out this manufactured high here, so let's see. Let's do or busy right here on the 1 minute. If it doesn't work out, that's fine. But this is also my first time trying to take specific amounts off at specific levels. This is exciting. This is my first time trying it. Let's watch and see. I don't 32 seconds left on this. I don't by any know that I feel like this is going to stop anything. So let's see. Okay, because I could get back all of that foolishness right there. So I don't know. See if that's the right way to do it too, you know? 'Cause I don't know. Is it? I don't know if it is. Well, this left a nice big fair value gap right here. Not weird for them to want to like dig further, but we'll see if they're going to respect this guy. So far, the bodies and wicks say that they might. We'll see. Hmm. Yeah. So we'll see how this plays out. So far, the expectation here is right, but they're so mean with all of this, you know? They're so mean. The other thing I'm trying to get comfortable with is all the fluctuations that occur, you know? Because there's a lot of them, right? There's a lot of them. 5 minutes before the macro starts to run, and then we start to run for liquidity, right? So we bought, now we sell in three here, take the majority off, and then hold two and see what happens. This is a momentous day. I didn't think I'd get here. But like I said, I've taken two stupid trades today, so you know. I should probably readjust this because this is 5 minutes fair value gap. It's all of this to work with. And 1146. They ran out the manufactured highs here, so it might be that this is as far as they wanted to go, but I don't know. I'm still watching the bodies of the candles. I'm gonna see what they do. Um, but it is really like a shit show. Is what this is. Like this is a shit show. So we'll see what they do when they get up to here, and the daily candle is expanding. I suspect they're doing all this expanding for non-farm payroll, prepping to drop it lower, maybe. I don't know. Well, we're so close to this thing, like why wouldn't we? Right? And this way I can tell if they go up here, but if they roll up in here, I'll move my stuff up and I'll move my stop up to probably hang on to about 80 ticks. Like once we leave this area right here, and get out of here. Because this is buy side right here. Hang on, let me no, buddy, but you just got food. He is just so hungry. It's so crazy. I don't know what to say. I really don't. It is like so weird to me. Okay, perfect. All right. He's back again. Okay. So I'm just gonna let this play out. I mean, right now it's risk free, you know. Breaker up here. Um, order block there. We'll see the behavior. I'm still expecting them to expand up. My general desire or expectation, I should say, is for them to turn this SIBI into an inversion fair value gap and like tap it and go, on the 1 minute. But it's a 1 minute one, so I don't know if I care too much about that one. And I'm not right now I'm all about the dollar value. Not the dollar value. I'm all of this thing's still showing dollar values on this side. I just want to see the ticks go by. Dollars don't matter to me. And this is so much nicer, cleaner to look at, but then I forget where it's trying to go, you know? It's kind of weird. And then, oh yeah, so they did tap it. And go. 4 hours. And this candle, wow, that's a gross looking candle. So they took that right there. There's all of this, the wicking around that. Here, have a kitty moment. Kitty is like right up in the space, like can't even miss them. Oh, but anyway, So in my mind, like if I'm wrong, right now this fair value gap on the 5 minute, the breaker right here is the expectation. We do have another one right here, fair value gap that they can roll into. There is a new 5 minute candle just got started, and that's the bodies are still respecting this 1 minute. We haven't busted out of it, so just gonna be patient. And okay, it is now 11:50. Okay, let's see what the plan is. Dropping back down, see if they can use this as support. Tap it. This is all balanced. Look at all the back and forth, all the back and forth, all the back and forth. And so let me take that off so I don't like get distracted by that. We did. And if they take me out here, I mean, that's okay. I'm here testing something, not, you know, like, oh my God, I'm like covered in cat hair. It's covered in. There's so many swings back and forth that it's something you have to get comfortable with. All the swinging. And, moving the stop too soon is it's ridiculous, right? Plus, I'm, you know, currently trying to work through how this sell limit thing works. It's kind of a nice feeling. All right, so we repriced the entire thing, and we're at the breaker, the top of it, and the top of the 50-minute fair value gap. Just leave that for now. So it's 11:52. Let's see the return up here. So the top of that fair value gap and the breaker on the 5 minute. So it's kind of like my security blanket, if you will. So let's see if the lunchtime macro can actually run for the liquidity. And I kept changing my mind about how and where I wanted to do things. But this does give me a good opportunity. I just realized now that I have I'm trading the micro and there's contracts, I'm trading multiple contracts. I can most definitely test it out. So that part I'm excited about. And Nasdaq runs. Like when she goes, she goes. Like she's a fickle mistress. Why do I think it's a she? I don't know. Let's get one tick about that. And let's see if they hit the daily wick. All right, so I like this. Now we gotta leave this space and go. What's this look like on a 15 minutes? Like I said, it could just be sitting in this range, for the day. So I'm gonna trade it like it would be a normal day and it would be all right. But look at where we've been. The range is this. Here to here. And they might let us sit there until Friday. I don't know. So, just going to be patient and drink water. Actually, like I said, I've taken two stupid trades already today, and one that was not really expected, which is most disappointing. 10 seconds left on this candle. This 5 minute candle of doom. All right, let's see. We continue. Now we gonna go up because sometimes when we're in these ranges, you hit the top of the range, you go to the bottom, you get the top, you go to the bottom, you go to the top. So it's like, you know, no real guarantee that it'll behave like any normal day, you know? That's annoying because you want it to behave like a normal day, but it's a non-farm payroll week, so it's shitty McShittiness for the most part. I mean, look at this. What is that? this, it's like um, it's respecting this propulsion block, but geez, like, come on. It's kind of ridiculous. But what I'm learning is that if you're on side, all these fluctuations back and down. I remember um so I'm trying to decide this price leg. Yeah, so they hit like the halfway point of it. I'm just not sure because there's a low, short-term low here. I think that's just an area on the way, so use that other thing. So now we're having a indecisive 5 minute candle. So now, given that we have this wick, CE of that, fair value gap that should be holding it up, I don't know. If they get past here, I close it down, but gotta see how this behaves. We didn't continue back up. I don't like that structure. It's like really, really shitty price action. I mean, like, that's my scientific wording for this. It's just really shitty. So the way it's setting itself up, it's gross. It's one of those days that, when I start trading real money, I won't even touch it. I'll trade the Monday, Tuesday, and then ignore Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, unless I see something that matches like it's an A plus setup. But otherwise, nah, no thanks. I'm good. I'm good. Because what is this? We're hanging out inside of this fair value gap. Mm. 11:57. So this is just time distortion, I suppose, as they gather up more orders inside of this SIBI. Yeah, SIBI. So I needed to turn into support and hold price up, and then we'll continue along our way. They need to roll through this like hot butter. Yep. So whenever I get a chance and I'm not, you know, doing stuff, I'll do these videos, win or lose. I should have done the earlier ones. Because like I said, I took these two losses. This was the same long I'm in right now. My entry was wrong and the stop loss was um too tight, 120, right? And then this, like I said, I don't know what the hell that was, but whatever. All right, so now just gotta what time is it? 11:59. About to be 12. About to be time for some good expansion. Cut through it like it's a 1 minute fair Sibi. You need to cut through it like butter. Just just butter. Just slice it up. Okay. Hmm. New 5 minute candle coming in. Yeah, take those highs out on the 1 minute. Because I mean, on the 5 minute, there isn't an actual shift. And we're back at that 1 minute fair value gap. But my expecting expansion through that. Hmm. Coming for these highs right here. So, but we do see how they react inside of these fair value gaps, right? It's fascinating. Look at that 1 minute candle just I tapped the top of you and then you told me no. I don't know what I'm saying. This poor kitty, man. He's just staring at me wanting more food. I need to feed myself, if I'm being honest. Let's see, what's got 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3:30. Okay. Okay. So fair value gap return after the shift. We getting rejected again. Hmm. Order block right here. We did have a shift up here. It's not beautiful, it's still in progress, but expecting this and this to hold things, hold the line. And when I look at the candles, I think when it drops down like that, due to swing down first and then expansion. Still inside this fair value gap. Tap the base of it. So it's interesting how candles go through how, candles go through like when it's going up, it's green, when it's going down, it's red. It's very fascinating. But this is the type of thing you got to work through. Like once you so let me look at what I could have done better, entry wise, right? So we had a low, lower low, traded through, breaker on the 5 minute. So low, lower low, traded through, refine it. And then inside of the breaker, we had this, sorry, we had this order block and this fair value gap. So let's see, we have this high inside of the fair. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's fascinating how price like works, right? And then gone and done something like that, right? It's fascinating. In any case, that's what I could have done better. I didn't notice. There's so many things that you miss, right? That you can miss in these scenarios. So, like this shift here, this is like an instant rebalance. So, expect it to run further up once it closes, 57 seconds. Right. So, all right. Oh, he's coming back. He's hungry, buddy. He's hungry, y'all. Okay, so from this high low to that high, where are we going? It's 0.5 is right there. The one is right there. Yeah, all right. So there's that. And then if I use the breaker itself, just oh, sorry about that. Okay, not high. looking for things that like coincide in the groupings here. So 2.5 there, one there, there. Hmm. Oh, those two are close. Hmm. Okay. Still sit where I'm sitting. Okay. It's finally time to bust through like you own some things. All right, with that many ticks up, um, just gonna move it up to this right there. It shouldn't come back down all that way. We've made this though, so like, there's 40 ticks. It's $100 right there. This thing, man, we need to bust through. Quit playing. Quit playing. Can't get rejected. This wick. It's a 1 minute fair value gap, man. I mean, they can be powerful. Let's take a look at this on the 30 seconds. So, just so I don't forget it, there's this civvy right here. Sometimes I look at it and I forget, sorry, Bissy, that it's there. And it's, like I said, could just be in a freaking range, you know? BS range. It's expanding upwards, but there's still 4 hours for it to just drop right back down. It's so finicky. Finally gonna move up. Let's see. Lunchtime run. Just disrespect it, man. Come on, you got this. Mm, okay. Go, go, go. All right. So it is a fascinating thing to know when you're on side. The feeling is different, right? You're not worried about it coming back and taking you out. This 1 minute fair value gap and this order block right here. We need to disrespect them. We need to disrespect it soon, or else. Just it's 12:08. All of this respect of this fair value gap doesn't make me feel very good about it. So I'm just waiting. Okay, here we go. Let's go for those highs. Let's do it. So he says, just walk away. Just walk away and don't even stress. Just walk away and just let it play out. What do y'all think? Should I just take the all five there? Okay. You get some proper expansion. You already take those highs up. No. It's 152. Come now. Don't tease me. Rejection block though. Hmm. This is one of those, let's drop back down because, I'm an ass. So annoying. Let's see. We get these long, gross candles going down, but going up. So we'll take 3 contracts off here. We've just been on a slow grind up, so. This poor little guy. You hungry, buddy? I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure you don't keep throwing up, so I can't feed you like a giant amount every time. Because that would be bad. You take that high out. Hmm. Once we leave this space, then potentially I can move my stop up a little bit more. Maybe lock in the 200 or something. This be my first time trying lunchtime stuff. So I'm gonna feed this dude. It's overreaction. Let's see. I need to document this. Let's see. Just note the breaker, low, lower, low, trade through. So all of this is the breaker. Here. For my notes. Bullish breaker. 1 minute. So stop was 80 ticks, really. Just below here. Perfect. 17 seconds on that candle, still inside of that 1 minute fair value gap. Anyways, I'm hungry. I wanna go eat um lunch for my next meeting, so I might end up closing this a little early so I can have a lunch break. I'm being honest with you. So might have to test this thing out a different time and just have them both close out pretty close to each other here. A 5 minute candle. Or I go eat, leave my stop where it is, and let the chips fall where they may. But, nah, look at that. Maybe this is only going to be a couple more minutes. Okay. All right, good. I'm going to go grab some lunch. So quick, yeah, so quick thing. So, so I'm just about back to where I was before I did stupid things. So, uh, recovery of all of that. Um, be safe. Have a great one. Shakira out.